Good morning, everybody. Hope you all had a great weekend. This live trade, this live pre-market is gonna be a little bit longer, and I'm gonna talk about some interesting stuff, especially market condition and some interesting educational stuff. So anyhow, let's dig into it. Let's start first with what happened on Thursday. So Thursday, some people said it was Ukraine joining NATO, but that news came in the morning. But it did made some weakness in the market. And then Kashkari Fed at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. he started getting says no rate cut maybe this year, and then boom, market was already a little bit weak, and then that was a bigger trigger for a sell-off, and the sell-off was accelerated, big time into the close. But what happened was on Friday, let's go back here on the 1 hour chart. On Friday, when we fell, we were just non-stop fall. So what's interesting was that the 30 minutes, if I can, no, okay, 1 hour got a dead cross. Once the 1 hour dead cross, the direction changes. The 1 hour was bullish before that, and then we had a big fall. But overnight, a lot of names, 15 golden crosses, then 30 golden crosses, then 1 hour golden crosses like at 4 a.m. And then they start coming up, and then we had a job report. So if the job report was good a little bit, was a run up, and the 4 hour after that we got a 4 hour golden cross after close. And this was just if you go look at the historic charts since October last year, it's been like what 6 months almost. And we never, whenever we had like a 10 points drop, more than 7 6 points drop, we had back to back 3 4 days back to back greens. But the other point is that last few weeks, maybe like 1.5 months, we start getting some sudden sell-off on no news, which those sell-offs happens on algorithms on the software. They wait for the right moment when the market is showing a little bit weakness, and getting a little bit, then they start doing a sell-off to accelerate it down. And usually it lasted 30 minutes, 1 hour, sometimes just till close and next day recover. But this one was a big one on Thursday, and it did before it drops at 1 p.m. they did a small suddenly a small drop, and then after that came another bigger one, and then after that the Kashkari came, and then boom, they went rolled down like a snowball. So this is something you need to keep in mind. In general, if you look at the NQ right now, we are dead cross on the weekly MACD, which is not a good sign. And if you go look at the, let me just do this one. um if you go look at the weekly charts, let's do this. Okay, weekly, then we go max. Okay, if you go look at the weekly chart here, you can see here when it dead crossed, we start having like 3 weeks of red. But the dead cross happened on the third week. Okay, so but after that, what happened is you want to see that we got a two green weeks recovery, and then again 3 weeks down. Then this one it stayed in a dead cross mode until like how long? From 8 7 till 11. So for 3 months was in a dead cross mode, and the bottom didn't come until 3 months later. So you can see here we had 3 weeks face down, 3 weeks face down again, and another 2 3 weeks face down. So this is something to keep in mind right now. We are having like two weeks here, 2 weeks here, and the dead cross happened. I'm not saying we're not gonna go higher, but this is a sign that it is possible that we go down then come up again, because this market is so much deep buy, and right now we are in election year, and and the government wants to keep the market up because it affects people's mind that the economy is good. So anyhow, beside that, that's something interesting to note. When you see market dumps, and the next day a lot of people think it's going to continue going lower or gap down, yes, it's a possibility. But in this market situation, also there's a possibility that reverse up the next day. Wasn't expecting that big reverse up, but it sure did happen. So pay attention to the 1 hour. Another thing to keep in note is that on Friday there was some names that did big recovery, and there was some names and they small, or some names even went red. Like the names like INTC, those are in category of weak name. They even went lower. Intel, they even went lower on Friday. But names like Netflix, Meta, Amazon, these names that they recover all the losses on Friday, that they even made a new all-time high. These are the names that, they're in the strong category. That shows how strong they are. And Netflix is getting close to the all-time high. I don't know if I mentioned MU. MU I wanted to mention is, let me show you on the monthly chart. Um, let's do this again. So MU, as you can see here on the, let's do quarterly. First, I wanted to show you, um, yeah, so you can see here. Let me show you QCOM first. QCOM was $100 on 2000. All right. So in $100, and then it got to $100 after 20 years. So that's a huge cup and cup. Let me open to do this one. All right. So M, so it made a huge cup, and the longer the base, the bigger the cup. The futures are running up right now. By the way, if you want to play calls before market opens, it's a huge cup on the Q cup, and once it breaks it, it was 100 here. It broke 100. It went 60% higher. It went to 160. Went to 109. It went to 160, and then after that, it pulled back and went to 190. So same thing like MU. Look at MU. MU was $100 in 2000, and then right now it got to $100. It pulled back, and this after the last earning, it broke out the 100, and as it opened the next day 100. And I told people like this is possible to do the same. Go to 160, and right now pre-market it did have a dive down on Friday and Thursday, but right now pre-market some news came up and pushed it up 4 points higher. So watch this one. Maybe does the same. 157 is my target. And another thing that I want to point out is that, so this is about the cup and handle. Keep an eye. GE is another example too. This one is starting to getting crazy. It's already crazy went up, but it could be at the beginning. It could be in the middle right now. So right now you see here the cup and handle. The top is like 160 something, 165. This is a huge cup. Right now we are in 2017. It was here, so it took like 7 years to create this cup. Once it breaks it, it's possible to go to 190, 234. All-time high even is 300. I'm not saying it's gonna come soon, but you never know. So this is something to keep in mind about cup and handle. In this market, my belief right now is that we're gonna see a lot of cup handle. Like on Friday and Thursday, we got a lot of dive down. Everybody says, "Oh my God, this was the top of the market." I even thought myself too, maybe market really is gonna never see these levels again. So it went down, but the problem is that the good thing is the handles are very short term. It creates a very short term. Like look at the MU right now. So MU, we go on the 4-hour chart. So you can see here, it went up crazy and it started diving. So it's starting to create a cup right now. It's just very fast. Just keep an eye on every name that goes up, like Meta. Meta was very interesting. Big cup here, and then it starts diving. So it starts creating a cup on the 1-hour chart. You can see here. Here you go. 1-hour chart. It starts diving, but right away the handle broke and went higher. So the length of the cups and the handles on the cups are very short term. That's something you want to keep note on this current market situation. Another thing I want to point out is that in this market, in general, in every market movement, is that market in general, in my opinion, it goes like a sinus. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, and then it goes like that. But how does it happen? It goes the way it does is that it shows one day weak, maybe it recovers during the intraday, and then the next day same pattern. It goes down again. Same. I just want to show you example on Meta went to 514 and it starts showing a lot of weakness. Week close here, a little bit gap up, then week open again, and after that the first week open, and then kind of intraday some recovery into the close, and then open flat next day again, week open, some recovery, then going lower again, then then a start after 3-4 days, first a strong open. First a strong open, then gets weak again during the day, then the next day again Second strong open, more recovery, but this time less drop, less going lower, and then strong close, and then it was just a non-stop run up for 2 3 days, and this shows the strength, and this is why Meta was in a strong category, even though it was a big dump on Thursday. On Friday, 1 hour, and once the 1 hour golden cross confirms, it went even much higher and made a new all-time high. So this is something to note about every name, that it starts weakening. It's first when it starts weakening, first have a weak close, then the next day can have a weak open, some recovery, maybe a little bit strong close. The next day again weak drop at weak open, and then maybe some small recovery, then and then until this pattern until reverses, it goes to a strong close, then a strong open, then then continues higher and then repeats again. So this is something to keep in mind about market pattern that I wanted to talk about. What else? So this was the few key points I wanted to point out. That's pretty much it. So hopefully I teach something new. So let's go to market, see what's going on. ES. Um, Market is a little bit green open this morning. Pre-market right now, 515 is up, 30 is up. Let me fix these. Everything looking up right now. 4 hours are golden cross, but the only problem is daily is pointing down, and the weekly MACD was curved down, but this green open right now is diverting it a little bit up. Once the RSI comes out of the overbought zone, gotta be a little bit cautious. In general, you want to be very very cautious next few weeks, because first of all, we have CPI, PPI this week, and then we have also FOMC minute, no Powell, and then on top of that we have banks earnings starting end of the week, and then we have new earnings season starting all over next week and coming up. So the what happened on Thursday, it won't be the last one that happened this year. We will probably have many of that to happen. So you gotta be always ready and on a tiptoe, that anything happens, you gotta be ready to cut the losses sooner than later. And you never know when it's gonna be the big dump. Maybe suddenly we have few days back to back red, but so that's why a lot of people, that's why we, at least me, I mean, we day trade. We never know when we're gonna make a mistake. So anyhow, NQ pre-market, same like ES, 5 15 31 hours upward, 4 hour up, and daily week. The only problem is weekly is MACD dead cross, and keep in mind weekly is dead cross, but you never know, maybe if this week we end up very green and it diverts up. So yeah. Dow Jones weekly is dead cross too, daily pointing down, but intraday this morning is a strong up. RUT 4 hours golden cross upward. DXY, DXY is going lower, which is good for techs. All the 5 to 1 hour is all pointing down. The 4 hours a little bit curved down, so that's, if the 4 hour dead cross confirms, and the DXY can be interesting, help more techs for run up. TNX, I'm not sure why it's not working this morning. That's why I'm not sure why my TNX is not working. It's not a holiday today. So WIX, Wix going below 1586, 1531 hour, 4 hours curved down, and but it's still very bullish on daily and weekly. This is why you want to be cautious. Daily and weekly are still very bullish on the Wix, and with the 4 hours curving down. So if 1586 can hold it, next targets are 1526, 1479. Below 1479, we're looking at 1373 and 1307. Those are the next key levels. Let me see, BTC, SPX, actually, let's go SPX, change this to 1 day. All right, so 5212, if we pass that one, we're looking at 5218, 5226, and 5235. If market gets crazy, 5235 is easy to come today. BTC is going insane. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if it's a ETH ETF that is talking about. I'm not too much into crypto's news, but the halving is getting close. They say probably it's gonna be April 20. But this is just insane, and this is another example of the cup and handle that I mentioned. This is a huge cup right now, and it almost finishing the top of the cup. So it's all about breaking the 74,400. If it does break that one, then it's possible to go for a crazier ride. but most likely it's possible to get there 74. That's one possible situation. Then it creates a handle, a smaller handle, very small. Then it goes for a monster run up to 80k. Need need to get a daily MACD golden cross. I like that we got a yellow bar on the daily too. ETH 10% up. That's insane. Weekly a daily MACD is curved up. We got a yellow bar looking very bullish on the 1 hour and 4 hour. This one 4100 was the recent high, so need to pass 4000 to get interesting again. Apple, let's see, Apple do so weekly still downward, and then pre-market right now 15:30 1 hour is pointing up. It's all about 169.85. Fix this. All right. 169.85. If you can pass that one, then run up to 171.47. If 168.71 can hold it, 167.56, 166.15 next support. Amazon, Amazon, wow, big jump. So this one close to all-time high. All-time high is 188.65. Daily upward, pre-market, everything looking bullish. So most likely it is possible to hit all-time high. And let's see what's gonna happen after that. Oh my god, I did not prepare this one. I have to do it right now. Hopefully we have enough time. All right, 305. 305.2, 187, 188, 65. All right, 216. 216, 16, 188, 65. All right, 195 is the next major level. So if it gets crazy, maybe by end of the week we get close to 200. 195, 14, 188, 65. All right, so watch 185, 188, 65 at open. If we do break that one, easy 190.18 comes, breaks that. If it close above it, 192.66 high chance to come by tomorrow, and 195.14 that's the target for this week. Above that, next major levels are 205 and 216.16. Nvidia, 4 hours golden cross, still very bullish on weekly. We don't have dark blue bar yet. Once that happens, I'm gonna be cautious. 88.33, 88.91, those are the key levels to watch. 888, 888, 888, 891. Past that one, we're looking for 896, 903, 911. Need to pass 911 is strong for a bigger run up to 917, 927, 936. AVG, this one, same thing like cup and handle. You can look at the longer term chart and you will see that too. AVGO, 4 hours curved up, not golden cross yet. 1352 key level to watch. If it passed 1359 comes above that, can run up to 1371, 1380, 1389. If 1341 can hold it, drops. Those are the lower level to watch. Coin, big jump up on crypto, but what's interesting is that it went to 254 like before 5 a.m. but after that it didn't run up, and but crypto run up more after 5 a.m. so that's something interesting to note. That shows a little bit actually weakness. Pre-market right now 5 and 15 is dead cross, so watch 254, 255. If it passed those, we're looking at 257, 259. If 251 can hold it, supports are 249, 248. Netflix in the category of strong names, since it recovers all the Friday losses, Thursday losses. So 641, watch that key level, breaks that. Next majors are 649, 656, 663, 663. All time high I think is 700. Earning is next week, so if the earning is good, maybe comes on the all time high. Meta 2. Meta 4 daily MACD's golden crossing and very strong on last week, so that's something to watch. 530.7 all-time high pass. Watch is this one. It's possible to have a jump up at open, so if it jumps up 531, 533 can come fast. above 533. Next major levels are 538, 543, and 547. I think 550 is gonna come before the earning. 562 is my target before the earning. Tesla, um, Tesla is just pure wildness. It was just insane. First of all, it was the strongest name on Wednesday. It was super strong. Even though market was dropping, this one was holding up. Then when market accelerate going down, which in general, always keep in mind, when market accelerates going down, even the strong names tag along and go lower and reverse if a situation if happens. So this one, but what's interesting is that after market close, Tesla was the strongest name that bounced it up. Even in Robinhood was showing a lot of strength, and in the morning was strong too at 4 a.m. But yes, I had calls. And then before market open, like at 7 a.m., start dropping. Start dropping. It went a little bit lower, and then the news hit. When the news hit, it dumped big, but the IV pushed up. The calls went higher. They didn't even. They went down, and they very fast recovered. That's the power of IV. Always keep an eye on IV. Let me see if I can show you here. So you can see here how big the IV jump from 0.55 went all the way to 0.64. That's a huge jump on IV. When the IV goes up, yes, the puts went up crazy, but because the IV is going up, the calls go up crazy. Look at MSCR, look at SMCI. The puts and calls on both sides are super expensive. Even though it goes up, the call puts are still expensive because the IV is up too high. So anyhow, and then it goes up, and then into the close, it was very very weak close, and then the Elon Musk came in and says robotaxi. That shows a little bit of desperation. Just keep that in mind. Elon Musk is so quiet about Tesla, and it seems like this 160, 170 is a little bit of pain level for him. And right now Tesla is very bearish. 4 hours dead cross, near dead cross, and daily is curved down. Robotaxi made a jump up, but showing very weak pre-market. 1530 is downward, and 1 hour is dead cross. So watch key level on 168. If 168, 166 can hold it, back to lower level 161, 158. Once 158 breaks, God bless Tesla, it can go much lower. But 170.47, that's a key level for fly up. Watch that one. On 172, passes those, can go for a bigger fly up. But Robotaxi is not something special that they had. I mean, it's something great. Don't get me wrong. I love it. FST is the same thing. But we had a lot of examples in the past few years that Tesla battery day or some other events that there was always negative. And same thing, maybe Robotaxi be another one that people not gonna believe it for a fly up until at least there. So anyhow, enough of Tesla. Microsoft, another name in a strong category, recovered almost all the losses on Friday. So watch 1 to 427 if it passed that one, 427.55. We're looking at 428.64, 430, 432. Very strong on a 1530 on 1 hour. This one is just super strong compared to other names. Most valuable company in the world right now. Google, same thing, showing a lot of strength. Didn't recover all the losses, but getting there. So watch 153.51, 4 hours near golden cross. So if 153.51 passes, we're looking at 154.72, 156.68. If 151.55 can hold it, then can go retest lower level again. AMD, it was a very weak on Thursday. It was already very weak from the open on Thursday, and then when market dumped, this one just accelerated lower. And then what's interesting is AMD all-time high was 164 before I don't know, 2-3 years ago. So and then once it passed 164, it went all the way to 227. And then right now on this big dump, it came all the way to 164 and again jumped up. Right now is near 170. So keep an eye on 164 every time. Because this is actually I think the second time or third time that after the AI event, the chip event that they had, a few times it hit 164 and had a big jump up. So just keep that in mind. Anyhow, pre-market showing a little bit strength on the 15 and 30 is curved up. 4 hours kind of flat. We don't have a golden cross yet. So 170.12 is a key level to watch. If that one breaks, we're looking at 170.95, 172, and 173.62. If 167.96 can hold it, back to lower level again, 165, 164. Boeing, there is no hope for this name. It's just messed up. No wonder the CEO is leaving. And the news, the airplane damage, the what is it, the engine, the cover coming up, making it gap down. So 180 if you can hold it, 178.28. Watch that one. 178 if it does break, then can go lower. 173, 170. Need to go above 183, then can run up. The thing is about Boeing is that so far there was no death or injury. That's why it's not dumping so huge. But once something like that happened, then lawsuit and stuff comes in, then it kind of have the mother of faults. But yeah, so far everybody just keeps buying it. There is no monopoly. Anyway, I can talk a lot about it. SPY 520 was a key level to watch. What's interesting is on Thursday, it got to 520. Then once the 3 minutes MACD dead cross, it starts showing weaknesses. Then the 5 minutes MACD dead cross, and then the 15 dead cross. So keep an eye on the 15 these days. Keep an eye on the 15 and 30. Once you see 15, 30 MACD dead crosses, it's a sign that it's probably gonna have another big drop. 30 didn't dead cross before close, so that's why we had to bounce up and close flat almost. So just keep an eye on this, because there is what happened on Thursday. It could happen again. I'm not sure when, but just that was a big warning. Q, and especially when gold is going up and commodity going up, that means people are getting scared. They feel like they should be scared, and they should be. And the other thing is, right now SPX is like getting near 5300, and banks forecast is close to that too. So the thing is, in general market right now, it doesn't have that much room to go too much higher. But what's gonna happen is probably we're gonna have many situation that market pulls back and then goes up again, and then makes a smaller new all-time high. So that's what's probably gonna be the trend for next few months. So we'll see what the earnings season does. QQQ pre-market, same thing like NQ, 1531 hours upwards. So 442.65. Watch that one. Past that, 443.65, 445.27. Next major level. If 441.03 can hold it, and next major levels are 439, 437, and 436.79. IWM, almost flat pre-market. Need to get above 206.7 for run up, but looking bullish pre-market. So 206.7, if it pass, can run back up to 207, 208, 209. If you see semis is strong, keep an eye on SMH. That's a good for semis. 226, 227, 229 next major. What else you got here? So TNX wasn't working, so I can use TLT. TLT, daily and weekly is downward. Direction pre-market going up a little bit on the 15:30 and 1 hour. So that one is good. TNX goes lower is better. But what else? Major names. Uh, Let me just look here. JP Morgan has an earning coming up this week. MSTR, watch 1667. 4 hours golden cross. So 1667, if it does break, 1759, 1909, and all-time high is like 2000. So you never know. What else? TSM is crazy. They got a loan from government to do a plant in Arizona. So 146.45, that's the next key level to watch. Past that one, 149.48, 154.21, those are the next major. MU big jump up. I'm not sure why it jumped at 7 a.m. I didn't see any news at 8 a.m. So 129, right now 129.09. That's major level. If it passed that one, we're looking at 131.78, 134.48. Above that, next major super major is 144.53. Gold keeps going higher until the weekly and the daily is not dead cross. You gotta be very cautious. Showing a little bit weakness pre-market. Same. To do what else? Let me see. Dell is another strong name. Pre-market, we got a dark blue bar on the 4 hour, but in general, it's very strong name. Same like GE and MU. These are very strong names. Weekly or daily are very bullish. What else? CRM, I'm not interested. Um, Oil, keep an eye on that one. Once it starts falling, can help market bounce up bigger, higher. But for now, trend is up on the daily and weekly because of tension and many other reasons. Um, to what else? GE, as I mentioned, is very interesting name. Keep an eye on that one. Very bullish on the 4 hour daily and weekly. This one, gotta get the levels. 146.59. I haven't traded this name probably few years, maybe 5 years. So yeah, 157 right now. Watch that one. So if we do pass pre-market high 158.46, we are looking for next major levels 163, 168, and 173.86. INTC keeps falling. BTC very strong. So watch Mara. I like Mara between all other minor stock. I like Mara. So 1907 if it passes, we're looking at 20. 33, 2085, 2136. Above that can run to 2303, 2301. Anyway, we're getting close to the open. Thank you so much for tuning in and have a beautiful day.